Hey there. Welcome to Recharge and Reignite, a place where you can slow down, breathe, and reconnect with yourself in the middle of life's chaos. Today, I want to take you through a day, but not just any day. This is a day in the life of someone burned out. It's not dramatic. It's not glamorous. It's quiet. It's honest. And it might feel painfully familiar. If you ever looked in the mirror and wonder where your energy, your motivation, or even your joy is gone, this story is for you. So take a seat, close your eyes if you'd like, and just listen. This is a day in the life of someone burned out. A day in the life of someone burned out. By Recharge and Reignite. 5 a.m., the alarm rings. I don't wake up. I come back to consciousness. There's a difference. When you wake up, there's energy, purpose, a fresh start. But for me, it's more like being pulled back into a race I never signed up for. The alarm's been ringing for 3 minutes now. I'm staring at the ceiling, paralyzed. Not physically, just emotionally. My arms feel like they're made of wet cement. The thought of moving exhausts me more than 8 hours of Zoom calls ever could. I finally roll over, hit snooze, and whisper the same thing I whispered yesterday. I can't do this anymore. 5:30 a.m., autopilot begins. Somehow I've gotten out of bed. I don't remember standing up. My body moves through the routine like muscle memory. Brush teeth, splash water, put on the same pair of black slacks I wore 2 days ago. No one notices. No one cares. I walk past a mirror, but avoid eye contact with my own reflection. I don't like the person looking back. She looks tired, not just in the eyes, but in the soul. 6:30 a.m., the commute that feels like a march. Traffic's the same. People honking. Podcasts in the background. But I don't really hear them. My mind is elsewhere or maybe nowhere. It's like I'm present in the world but absent from myself. I used to listen to music on these drives. Sing along, plan the day. Now I just count stoplights. Red, green, red again. Sometimes when it's quiet, I fantasize about driving past my exit. Just keep going. Disappear for a while. 8 a.m., clock in, emotionally clock out. My boss says good morning. I smile back. It's fake. I've gotten good at that. Small talk, Slack messages, meetings that could have been emails. I used to care about this job. I remember staying late to double-check reports, volunteering to lead projects. But now, I just try not cry in the bathroom. That's the real goal. Everything feels like a performance. 9:30 a.m., the first wave hits. Burnout isn't just being tired. It's not about needing a vacation. It's this creeping sense that what you do doesn't matter. That no matter how hard you work, it's never enough for them or for you. My to-do list is a mountain. But instead of climbing it, I stare at it, paralyzed. Emails pile up. I type replies I'll delete. Start tasks I'll abandon. Then comes the shame. Why can't I just do this like everyone else? What's wrong with me? Was I always this broken? 12 p.m., lunch break, no appetite. I walk to the break room. Microwave hums. People laugh at something on their phones. I heat up my food, but the thought of eating it makes my stomach turn. Sometimes burnout steals your hunger. Other times, it turns you into a bottomless pit. Today, it's the first one. I push my food around the container, pretending to eat so no one asks. Someone walks in and says, "You look tired." I smile again, say, "Yeah, didn't sleep well." It's easier than saying, "I'm unraveling and I don't know how to stop." 1:30 p.m. Pretend productivity. I open Excel, stare at cells, try to remember what I was supposed to be doing. I switch tabs, check email, refresh it again, hoping for something urgent so I don't have to deal with the other tasks. Burnout doesn't always look like collapsing at your desk. Sometimes it's just endless scrolling, blank stares, and the quiet panic of knowing you're not really working, but you also can't stop pretending. 3 p.m., the fog thickens. By mid-afternoon, my brain is mush. I reread the same sentence 5 times. I write emails in drafts and never send them. I can't tell if they make sense. People think burnout is a fire, but really it's a fog. A dense, heavy fog that settles over everything you once enjoyed. Your work, your hobbies, even your relationships. It dulls the colors of your life until all you see are grays. 4:30 p.m. Countdown begins. 30 more minutes. That's all. I bargain with myself. If you can just make it to 5 o'clock, you can go home. You can lie down. You don't have to think. But the truth is, even at home, my mind never shuts off. That's the cruel part. Burnout doesn't stop at the office. It follows you home, sits at the dinner table, crawls into bed with you. 5:15 p.m., the slow retreat. I drive home in silence. No radio, just the hum of tired thoughts. I should call someone, catch up, but I don't have the energy to pretend I'm okay. So I don't. I used to love cooking. Now I reheat frozen meals or skip dinner entirely. I used to journal, meditate, take walks. Now I lie in bed, scrolling TikTok, hoping for something funny enough to distract me from the emptiness. Sometimes it works. Mostly it doesn't. 7 p.m., the loneliness sets in. Burnout is isolating. You start to feel like a burden, like your sadness is too loud. You stop reaching out, stop replying to messages. Friends invite you out, but you say, maybe next time. And eventually, they stop asking. You don't blame them. You wouldn't want to be around yourself either. 9 p.m., the guilt parade. The thoughts come marching in. You didn't get enough done today. You're falling behind. Everyone else seems fine. What's your excuse? I try to fight them off. Try to remind myself that I'm not lazy, I'm overwhelmed. That I'm not broken, I'm burnout. But it doesn't always help. The guilt is loud. The shame is louder. 10:30 p.m. Another night, another lie. I finally crawl into bed. My body is tired, but my brain is wired. I stare at the ceiling again. The same one I stared at 17 hours ago. Nothing's changed, except now I'm dreading tomorrow. Another alarm. Another act. Another day pretending I'm okay. This is burnout. It's not dramatic. It's not always visible. Sometimes it looks like someone doing fine on the outside, going through the motions, smiling when needed, delivering just enough to stay afloat. But inside, they're crumbling, numb, exhausted, lost. The turning point, maybe. Not every story ends in redemption. Some people stay stuck in burnout for months, even years. But if you're reading this and thinking, this sounds like me, that might be your first step out. Because awareness is a crack in the wall. And through that crack, light can get in. The takeaway. If you're burned out, you're not weak. You're not lazy. You're human. You've been carrying too much for too long with too little support. It's okay to rest. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. Because you deserve more than survival. You deserve joy. You deserve mornings that don't start with dread. You deserve to look in the mirror and recognize yourself again. Healing won't be instant, but it can start today. One deep breath, one small boundary, one honest conversation. You've made it this far, and that matters. Tomorrow doesn't have to be a repeat. It can be a restart.